Greg Sankey on the state of the conference.
But in this environment, I'm proud to say, in my view, and I think in the view of our entire membership, the Southeastern Conference is stronger now than at any other time in our history. We're poised to grow to 16 members on July 1st, 2025. This expansion keeps the SEC in contiguous states, which supports a reasonable geography among like-minded universities and keeps us confident that fan interest will continue to grow in our communities, in our region, in this country, and literally across the globe. There's no sense of urgency in our league, no panic in reaction to others' decisions. We know who we are confident in our collective strength, and we are uniquely positioned to continue to provide remarkable experiences educationally and athletically, along with world-class support to student athletes.
Remember, with the addition of Texas, Oklahoma, the SEC will be up to 16 teams. A look at some of the notable matchups this year. Defending champion Bulldogs open up against Oregon. Brian Kelly's LSU debuts against Florida State. Two key Alabama games, week 2 at Texas, which is the highest-rated matchup at FBS this season for ESPN FPI. Let's bring in Tim Tebow now, who joins us from SEC Media Days in Atlanta. And Timmy, storyline around college football continues to be expansion in those Power 2 conferences. You had USC and UCLA head to the Big Ten. I said Texas and Oklahoma set to join the SEC. I'm just curious of your big picture thoughts of where we are in college football right now.
Well, I think we're in a position where a lot of change is happening, but I think there's also going to be a lot more change to come. I think ultimately, my best guess is it's probably going to boil down to 3 Power 5 conferences where you have these 3 mega conferences. And I think, you're seeing the Big Ten make a lot of change. The SEC might make some more change, and I think there's going to be a third one. And so, for me, I like some of this. I think it's really exciting to think about in the regular season, Ohio State going to USC, UCLA and Michigan. There's a lot of exciting games that are going to happen. But I also really hope, for the sake of tradition and history, that we can keep the rivalries and some of the great traditions alive. Keeping Texas, Oklahoma alive, keeping Army, Navy alive, keeping so many of these wonderful games that so many of the fan bases look forward to every year. To them, it's as big as a national championship. And so I hope both of those can be combined, where, yes, you can have the best on best, but you can also have some of the traditions that so many of us love so much.
There you go. It's the tradition, it's the regional rivalries that make this sport so special. If you can preserve those while growing them, I think it's a win-win for everyone. Talk about a win-win for LSU. There's always moves in the SEC. Brian Kelly now the new head coach. What are the keys to Kelly's SEC success at LSU?
Well, I think it's getting off to a good start against FSU. I mean, what a huge game. There's more pressure at LSU than probably anywhere else in the country. Like, look at what Coach O did. Look at what Les Miles did. They were able to win championships, and not long after, they were going to find another job. And so there's a lot of pressure, especially when you get paid that much and you go, and now you got to start off with a big-time opponent in week 1, being able to face them. If it doesn't go well, right, now all of a sudden there's a lot of questions. It adds more pressure, and I also think they have one of the hardest schedules in college football. What LSU has to deal with is very much 9 losable games, right? If that happens, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to say, did we make the right decision? Now, I think Brian Kelly is a really good coach, but he also has to handle the pressure early on while he builds his team. I think if you're a booster of LSU, if you're a supporter of LSU, you need to be very patient and keep your mouth shut for a little bit, because they have a hard schedule. They have a lot of rebuilding to do. And we also got to mention, they need to find a quarterback, because that's the difference between winning and losing a lot of these games.
And look, there was pressure at Notre Dame. There's an entirely different pressure in the SEC, especially in the SEC West, when you know who Nick Saban's sitting over there in Tuscaloosa waiting for his quarterback, Bryce Young, who's coming off a Heisman winning season. What are your expectations? It's hard to win this thing twice, Tim, as you know. What are the expectations for Bryce Young?
Yeah, it's very hard to win it twice. Thanks for bringing that up, Matt. But I tell you what, This is a special, special young man. I was just around him for a few days in Los Angeles for the Nissan Heisman House commercials. And, you know, it's some of his first, he's the youngest one to ever do it and kind of be in that house. You know what's incredible? Even in his acting career, you're like, holy cow, this dude is poised. He's poised under pressure. Like, you know, his first day and he's showing up and you're like, wow, this kid is like, that's one of the things that stands out so much about him is he just doesn't get flustered in the big moments. Even when he didn't play good in a few games, at the end of them, he was still coming through against LSU, against Auburn, right? There's something special in his makeup that is so calm. And I also think the support from his family, from his dad especially, really helps drive his mindset and his narrative in his head. And I also think it's important to mention that Alabama has a chip on their shoulder, right? They're not thinking about, oh, Bryce won the Heisman, everyone's coming after. They're thinking about, we lost the national championship, and that's the standard at Alabama. So I think Alabama is going to come into the season with a huge chip on their shoulder, especially Bryce.
I'm with you. This kid's calm. It's amazing how calm he is under pressure. We'll see what he can do for an encore this year. Speaking of an encore, Ole Miss coming off 10-win season. They made the trip to the Sugar Bowl. Lane Kiffin has been entertainingly active this offseason. Tim, I want you to buy or sell Ole Miss right now as the second best team in the SEC West.
Listen, I love Coach Kiffin. I think he's doing a great job. It's going to be interesting to see how Jackson Dart plays this year. You know, I think they got a lot of talent, but right now, you know, you're putting me on a spot, and I would say I have to sell. I think Arkansas is coming back with a lot of talent. KJ Jefferson. I also think A&M is one of the most talented teams in the country. They also have to figure out who their quarterback's going to be, because if you have three of them, you don't really have one, and so that's going to be interesting for A&M. But I think Ole Miss is a very scary team. You don't want to play them, especially after they get a few games in their season. Lane Kiffin, this offense, I think they're always going to be dangerous. But if I have to buy or sell them at number 2, I'm going to sell right now.
And like they had a good year in the transfer portal, brought in the 5-star running back from TCU. It's going to be entertaining to watch. Tim, if it makes you feel any better, I'd have voted for you a second time around for the Heisman Trophy.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.